Hey guys, we have 60 hours and 37 minutes until the season starts. As of the recording of this video, which I'll probably have it up within 3 or 4 hours after I finish recording because editing takes a while and I'm new to it and not very good at it, but I do my best. And I was talking to my coworker at work today, and he's put a couple hours into the game, not a lot. He's had it since launch, but family life has kept him from being able to play very much. And I realized not everybody knows exactly what to do before season one. Like, he was asking me, what do I need to finish before season one? And I said, first things first, you need to finish the campaign, homie. You haven't even finished that. You've put like 3 or 4 hours into the game, so I know for sure you haven't finished the campaign. He couldn't even tell me what class he was playing. He's played that little, right? And I know there's a lot of people out there who have a family life and they don't have as much time to play as even someone like me who has a regular job and just can play, in my off time when I have the spare time. And then of course you have the content creators that are constantly playing the game. They wake up, they play until they go to sleep, and they repeat for the last month. So though obviously there's different groups and different people know what to do and know what not to do. So I figured, let's come out here, let everybody know what to do and where you need to go and what you need to finish before the season comes. And you've only got 60 hours and, as of right now, 35 minutes to do it. So let me make this as quick as I can. I also made a couple necromancer builds specifically for leveling. I went through and did the whole testing of all the different abilities and found the ones that I felt for me were the funnest to play and the most efficient. Now, granted, everybody's different, so this is just what felt best for me, and I've been pretty much only playing Necromancer since the game came out, so I feel like I have at least a general good idea of the builds. I'm going to link those down in the description below, and I'll cover them really quickly at the end, because there is step-by-step, like a leveling step-by-step, where to put your points per level, so it made it really easy for people to follow along. But first things first, finish your campaign. Let me reiterate this. Finish your campaign if you haven't finished your campaign yet. It's very important so that you can skip the campaign on your seasonal character. That is the most important thing right now. If you can just grind that out. If you have already, awesome. Most people have. But if you haven't, please go finish your campaign. Secondly, go finish the Statues of Lilith. I think I just teleported to the other side of the screen. I did. Go finish your Statues of Lilith. Now, there is a extra life, and you're gonna go to interactive map for Diablo 4. Now, I know there's other ones. This is the one I used, was Fextra Life. They're awesome. You literally come in here, you hit Altars Lilith, and then you can just scroll into a zone. And say you want to start up top, you can just so we'll start here, and you come to the Merowin waypoint. Or if you don't have all the waypoints, you're also going to want to just go get those out of the way. You don't need them, but you need to explore the entire map anyways. But I like to start in a corner and work my way down through the zones. So if you already have all the waypoints, which most people should by now, go to the Merowin waypoint, and then just grab the Altars of Lilith in each zone. Make sure count them. Okay, there's 5 in this zone. Make sure you have all 5. Move on to the next zone, and then move on to the next zone and the next zone. I know there's people who've made like not interactive maps, but they've made maps where they have like step by step, like go to this point and then this point and then this point, and they're having like the most efficient way to do it. You can find those. I'm sure that they exist online. I saw one when I was scrolling through TikTok the other day, and I was like, that's kind of cool. I didn't save it, so I'm sorry about that. But this is what I did. It literally took me about 2 hours to go get all the altars in every single zone. It doesn't take that long. And while you're in each zone, make sure you uncover all the areas so that it's fully cleared. That's the other step. After the Altars of Lilith, you want your map fully explored, because you're going to get the renown from both. Now, I'm not currently in the game. Let me pull the game up real quick. Boop. Okay. All right, so now we're getting into the game, and this is the reason why you're going to want to have those done. So, as you can see, I have all the stuff done because it's been out for a while. But The thing is, you're going to get the renown from your altars and your areas discovered. So as you can see, 7 is obviously it varies per area, but we're just going to start fracture peaks for now. We get 5 renown per area discovered, and you get 10 renown per altar of Lilith. And this is across all the different, the renown value stays the same based on however many the number is. It's not the same per region, but it's the same amount per item. So it's the same 5 per 1. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, what this is going to do is it's going to get you the first 2 tiers of each region unlocked at start. So you're going to have 5 skill points, and you're going to have all of your potions maxed out. You'll need to finish the remaining 3 tiers. And this is why you need to go and get the altars of Lilith and all of your areas completely explored. So you want to look at your map and not see any like areas where it kind of looks like this. So you get the fog of war. You want all of that uncovered, because that's all going to be completely uncovered for all of your characters in the future starting tomorrow. So, but you have until the 20th when season 1 starts to get all of that taken care of. So finish your campaign, get your altars, explore your map. Those are your 3 things that you need to do before the season starts. Now, as far as the necromancer builds, I made 2. One is Blood Surge and the other one is Bone Spear. Now I went through and I tried all of the different builds that I could possibly think of. I even tried minions. They just didn't feel good. Minions need to be reworked. I love minions. The reason I started playing necromancer is because of minions, and I really love just the dynamic of summoning minions. I loved playing minion necromancer in Diablo 2 back when I was in high school, like, what was it, almost 20 years ago? Actually, yeah, 20 years ago. I'm old. And I really liked minions, especially being able to go into the cow level and summon an army of cows. It was beautiful, absolutely wonderful. Minions in this game are not in a good state. So, unfortunately, both of my builds sacrifice the minions. But we're going to go over this really fast because all of the points where you need to place them are in the build itself, and I'm going to put the builds down in the description below, so you don't even have to really think. All you got to do is place points as you get the points, you know, given to you from the 5 points when you first log in. Bloop. So there's your first 5 points, and then each point per level after that. So yes, this is the blood. I know it's a blood surge, but I had to take the 3 points into blood lance because blood surge cannot kill bosses. It is trash on single target bosses like the end of dungeon bosses or stronghold bosses. It's junk. It's not worth. So blood lance at level 1 is way worth having over blood surge just for the single target boss damage. Other than that, you're just going to use blood surge for pretty much everything else. And it's going to be a standard build. You do not need corpse tendrils for this one because blood surge has about the size of corpse tendrils AoE grip anyways, so you can just walk in, Hulk smash the ground, and kill everything. It's a really fun build. It's really tanky build because you're constantly being fortified, because the blood surge builds are amazing for staying alive. So it's a really fun build to play. Highly recommend this one. I know a lot of people will probably go for Bone Spear, so I also made one of those. Bone Spear also fun to play. Blood builds start to fall off the more like you progress through the game. The higher and higher levels you get, the more blood builds, all blood builds, start to fall off. And Bone Spear will definitely start to take the cake on every other build out there because it is just that strong, unless they nerf it tomorrow, which if they do, I will let you know. But again, I have the leveling tree in here, so you can just follow along. You don't need to think much. I tell you where to put the points, when to put them, and the build is a pretty standard build. Now, obviously, it's not endgame build, so you do not need to worry about Decrepify. You're going to be using Corpse Explosion, which helps you to generate more essence back. Also, Bone Splinters does a crap ton of essence generation if you're close to them, because it comes out as a shotgun ability. It shoots out 3 little Bone Splinters, and each one of them that hits will give you back essence. So if you can hit all 3 of them on a close mob or a close group of mobs, you're going to get more essence back faster. Keep that in mind. Also, whenever we finally do get to Acolytes Bone Splinter, you're going to get the 8% critical strike chance, which is going to be really, really good. So those are the 2 leveling builds. Now, I have this build for whenever you do get up into world tier 4 range, which is going to be, well, I say 70 to 100 realistically. Whenever you get the aspects is really what it is. When you get the aspects online is when this build starts to really come online. Now, this one actually does have gear in it because this is the build I'm currently playing on the live version of the game before the season comes out. And as you see, I got Deathless Visage, I got the Penitent Greaves. You don't technically need these. You can put other stuff like on the boots, you'd probably put the Unstoppable Essence. On the helm, you find another essence that's going to be beneficial. This is just a really good essence for any Bone Spear build. And once you get one of these helmets, which I think I've gotten 5 or 6 of them now, they drop fairly commonly. Throw it on until you get a better version and throw that one on and just keep upgrading it as you upgrade them. But I have the full list of aspects you're going to want on here. Obviously, you're going to sacrifice your minions again. Same abilities. The tree is almost identical. Slight differences, but almost identical. And then obviously on this one, I also have the Paragon board, which is huge. It's very huge. Actually, this doesn't even go to level 100. I believe I have more points I could spend to get down to grab this last glyph slot. But again, this I will be making builds throughout the season as well. So I will definitely be updating this for the season because we're also going to have to incorporate the Malignant Hearts because right now we have skulls going into the jewelry, which is all going to be replaced with Malignant Hearts anyways. I also have the same, I have my guide for this specific build down in the below of this build, so you can also check that out where I explain everything in more detail. But that's all I have for you today. Please give the video a like, subscribe. It took a while to build these leveling builds and get the footage for them, which I will probably insert somewhere into the video somehow. I'm not sure. Editing is not my forte, but I'll do my best. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful season 1. Bye.